Hi, I'm Kaya, and today I'm going to talk to you about my experience taking college classes before I graduated high school. Up until high school, I was homeschooled my entire life. I started in kindergarten and then I went all the way up to 8th grade. And that worked really well for my family. I got a lot of experience that a lot of my peers in school wouldn't have gotten. So when I got to high school, I was 13 because I started during the summer, and then my freshman year would have been 14. Um, I decided that I wanted to get my high school diploma, so I was going to take high school online through a state accredited school. This was a really good idea at the time, and I thought it would work. But once I started taking classes, and about halfway through the year, I just wasn't getting good grades. I wasn't challenged, so I didn't feel like I had to push myself to work at it. So my mom and I decided that we needed to find a better solution other than taking online classes for me to get through high school. When I started struggling with high school online, my mom and I started looking at other options. And she came up with the idea that I could take high school classes while at home while also taking a couple of college classes and try that. So it was the summer after I finished my freshman year of high school, which went terribly, that my mom decided that it was okay for me to start taking a college class. So the college class I started with was a college success class. And this class was a ton of fun. It was a summer class. We met 3 times a week in the evening. The professor was really great. She was actually a counselor at the college. And there was a great textbook, and it helped you kind of get the feel for college, get your feet wet. And it was a lot of fun. We did things like test-taking strategies and how to take notes and how to get around campus, how to find your classes, how to talk to your professors, how to meet new people. I made a lot of friends in that class, surprisingly, and there was a huge diversity. There were people who didn't speak very good English, there were people who were 60 years old, there were people who were my age, 14, 15 years old. So it was really good. So I would highly suggest that anyone in high school who wants to take a college class start with that college success class. Now, before you take your first college class, you're going to go to advising, and they're going to tell you a lot of stuff that really doesn't make any sense. But don't worry, that's what the college success class is for, so that you'll understand that stuff and be on the right path. So they're going to tell you that you need to go take an acuplacer test. Now, you have to take, it's just an entrance exam. It's a benchmark test. Don't worry about doing well on it. I think the best thing to do is just go in there on a day that you're feeling good and you're feeling energized and you've gotten enough sleep, and go in and just take the test and see how well you do. And you can take it again if you feel like it isn't very accurate. But the good thing about it is that it will put you into math, English, and reading classes that are at your level. So if you're still trying to learn how to divide and multiply and you feel really stupid about that because you're in high school already, that's okay. There's a class for that. So if they put you in a Algebra 151 class, that's going to be too high. You're going to want to take the test again and see if that's right. But definitely start with the lower classes. Don't worry if you get a lower grade on the test, that's okay. I got pretty low in math. I actually started with Math 082, which was good for me. I didn't really need that early of instruction. I already knew how to multiply and divide and do all that stuff and do my times tables. But it was a good refresher, so it gave me a good foundation for all the other stuff, which was, I was not good at math, and before that, I hated math. It was hard for me to focus. I didn't understand it. So once I took that class, I started to really think of things more mathematically. And then I got a little bit lower in English. I think I had one remedial English class, but that was also good because there were also some younger students in that class, mostly freshmen, and it was just a good place to start. And yeah. After I took the college success class, I signed up for 2 classes in the fall. So I took 2 classes 2 days a week at Phoenix College, and I did 3 classes at home, I believe, for high school. And I think I was also doing community band then at the college, so after that I took 2 classes. I took an art class and I took an English class. And let me tell you that art is a very difficult class to take. It's a lot of work. So it's a good one to start with, but it is a lot of work, so you need to have time to do it. And then English was the remedial English class. And then the next semester I took a math class and an English class. So I was working my way up, trying to get my prerequisites out of the way, the stuff that I needed to work on more. And then after that, the next year, so it would have been my junior year of high school, I started taking full-time classes. And it was really great. I was taking 12 credits the first semester, and then I might have done 17 the next one. I started on my biology because I wanted to go into science. So I started on my biology and my chemistry and some of the harder classes. But you have to keep in mind when you're figuring out your classes that you don't want to take 4 really hard classes at the same time. You can take 2 really hard classes and then 2 easier classes. And then I always took a fun class. So I always took community band or yoga or dance class. And that really helped me a lot to have something where I could go at the end of the day or the end of the week and just have fun. And remember that it's about finding what you like to do and having fun. I knew when I was about 7 years old that I wanted to be a cowgirl. Not really a cowgirl so much as a veterinarian. I loved horses and I wanted to learn about all their diseases and how I could help them. And nothing has really changed since, except I'm still trying to decide if I want to be a companion animal vet or an equine vet or a wildlife vet or just completely general rural vet that does everything. I'm still thinking about that, and that's okay. I have a little bit of time. But a lot of students don't know what they want to do, and they worry that they can't start college if they don't know what to do. It's okay to take early college classes, even if you don't know what you want to do in life, because it gives you the chance to experience new things and try out new things. Who knows, maybe you'll become a math major or something and decide that you really like math and you want to try that. Or do criminal justice or something like that. You never know. There's lots of things to try. My major is animal science, but the really nice thing about having my prerequisites out of the way is I can have 2 emphases. Actually, it's more like 3 because I'm a pre-veterinary animal science major, so I'm focusing on getting ready for vet school and being ready for that when I graduate. But I also have a companion animal emphasis and an equine emphasis I'm working on. And that means I get to have special focus on those classes. Most freshmen can only have 1 focus, so they can only take 1 of each of the emphasis classes a semester. It's really fun to be able to do both of those and get the best of both worlds that way. Taking early college classes really helped me prepare for university. Because when I came to university, I knew that the expectations were going to be much higher. And community college helped prepare me for that because I learned that if you want to pass a class and get an A and be an honor student, you have to work really hard to achieve that goal. So when I came here, I was prepared to work hard. And a lot of freshmen that are my age, they're not at that same level. They're still exploring what they want to do and where they want to go in life. And that's okay, but I feel like I'm more successful because of the experience I had. I have all of my prerequisites out of the way, except for chemistry, and that's really great for me because it means I get to take animal science classes, which I love to take. I'm taking a horse class right now where I'm in charge of a horse 24/7. I'm training him. He's a yearling. It's a lot of fun. I'm learning how to work with pigs and sheep and goats and cows and everything in between. I'm researching some service dog stuff and starting a new club on campus with service dogs, and I wouldn't have the time to do that if I were still working on my prerequisites. So I'm really happy where I'm at right now. I have everything out of the way. I can focus on what I want to do instead of procrastinating and taking lots of classes I don't care about. So I love being here, and it's a great place to be. And if anyone's interested in going into animal science, New Mexico State University is a really good program to start with. So if you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment down below, or you can send me an email at guidedognick@gmail.com, or check out my blog, which is girlandpup.blogspot.com.